Episode 1. The fluorescent lights of Lecture Hall 3 hummed with their usual monotonous drone as Amarachi Okonkwo gathered her notes, sliding them into her leather folder with practiced precision. Around her, students shuffled out in clusters, their voices bouncing off the walls in excited chatter about weekend plans and upcoming exams. She moves through them like water around stones, present but separate, visible but untouched. Brilliant anaesthetist today, Miss Okonkwo, Professor Adeyemi called from the podium, his salt and pepper bird catching the afternoon light streaming through the windows, but thesis on obsessive behavioral patterns in stalking cases. Quite comprehensive. You have a gift for getting into the criminal mind, you know. Amarachi offered a small, polite smile. Thank you, Professor. I find this psychology fascinating, understanding the why behind the behavior. Indeed, he replied, though I hope you never have to apply that knowledge practically, he said, chuckling as he gathered his own materials. Such cases can be quite unsettling. If only he knew how those words would haunt her. She made her way out of the Criminology building, her designer handbag, a birthday gift from her mother that screamed old money, resting against her hip. The University of Abuja campus sprawled before her, students crisscrossing the pathways in the golden October heat. Amarachi checked her phone, 4:47 p.m., right on schedule. Her routine was sacred. Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. lectures, stop by the campus library for exactly 45 minutes, then home to the Okonkwo mansion in Maitama before her mother started calling with that particular tone of worry that came from having an only child. Ama, wait up. Amarachi paused, already knowing who it was as she smiled, slowly turning around. Chioma Ngusu burst through the building doors, her braids bouncing, her face bright with a kind of energy that made people naturally gravitate towards her. The complete opposite of Amarachi's quiet reservation. Girl, you walk too fast, Chioma panted, falling into step beside her. Unlike most people, Chioma had learned years ago not to loop her arm around Amarachi's or invade her space uninvited. It was one of the many reasons why their friendship worked. You head into the library? As always, Amarachi replied with a smile. You and your routines, eh? Chioma shook her head fondly. You know, it's okay to be spontaneous sometimes, right? Leave early too, come on. Maybe grab dinner and that new place in Wuse too. Amarachi closed her eyes and sighed, smiling softly. I already have dinner with my parents tonight. Chioma rolled her eyes. Of course you do, she said with a grin. All right. I respect the boundaries. But seriously, Ama, when are you really going to let loose? You are 24 for heaven's sake. Gorgeous, brilliant, and you act like you are 70. I really do not get you. When she said that, Amarachi's lips curved slightly. I am focused, there is a difference, she said. Chioma shook her head. Focused, yeah, or maybe becoming a nun, she said and laughed out loud. At her own joke. No dating, no parties, no... She couldn't continue before Amarachi interrupted her. I am not interested in complications. Chioma groaned. Men aren't complications, Amarachi. They are... You know, experiences, she said. Messy experiences, Amarachi said, adjusting her backstrap. I have had enough cases, enough case studies to know how relationships end. Visually badly, she said. Chioma looked at her as though she really couldn't help her. You can't study life, Ama. You have to live it, she said. They reached a fork path where their routes diverged. Chioma headed towards the parking lot, Amarachi toward the library. Think about dinner this weekend at least, Chioma called over her shoulder. Just the both of us, no pressure. Amarachi smiled. I will think about it. That's Amarachi speak for no, but I will take it, Chioma said with a smile. See you some other time. She waved and disappeared into the crowd. Amarachi smiled to herself, a real smile this time, small but genuine, and continued toward the library. The afternoon sun painted everything in shades of amber and gold, and for a moment she allowed herself to appreciate the beauty of it. These small moments of peace were what she treasured. No demands, no expectations, just her and her thoughts. The library was her sanctuary. She claimed her usual spot in the corner of the second floor, away from the clusters of study groups and whispering couples. Her current research focused on the psychological profiles of obsessive offenders, stalkers specifically. The irony wasn't lost on her that she could analyze these behaviors academically but found human interaction exhausting in practice. She pulled out her laptop and lost herself in journal articles and case files. Time became fluid when she walked, minutes bleeding into hours without notice. It was only when the librarian, Mrs. Okonkwo, who'd known Amarachi since her undergraduate days, appeared beside her table that she looked up. Closing time dear, 5 minutes. Amarachi blinked, surprised. She glanced at her phone, 5:28 p.m., exactly 41 minutes. Close enough. Thank you, Mrs. Okonkwo, she said with a smile. She packed up methodically, laptop in its sleeve, notes in her folder, pens in their designated pockets, order and control. These things kept the chaos of the world at bay. The campus had quieted considerably as she made her way to the student parking lot. Long shadows stretched across the pathways, and the heat had mellowed into something almost pleasant. Her car, a modest Toyota Camry, because she'd insisted on something practical despite her father's offers of something benefiting an Okonkwo, waited in its usual spot under the jacaranda tree. She was 3 steps away when she saw it. A single white rose lay across her windshield, pristine and perfect against the dusty glass. Her hand froze on her back strap. Amarachi looked around. The parking lot was nearly empty. A few scattered students loading into their cars. No one paying her any attention. She approached the rose slowly, her criminology training kicking in automatically. Analyze and assess. Don't jump to conclusions. It could be a mistake. Wrong car. But when she picked up the rose, she felt the paper underneath. A cream-colored envelope, expensive in quality. Her name written across it in elegant script. Amarachi. Not Miss Okonkwo, not her full name. Just Amarachi. Her pulse quickened slightly. Not fear. Not yet. Just heightened awareness. She slid her finger under the seal and pulled out a single sheet of matching stationery. The handwriting was beautiful, almost calligraphic, each letter formed with deliberate care. Dear Amarachi, you don't know me, but I know you. I know the way you tuck your hair behind your left ear when you aren't concentrating. I know you take the same seat in Lecture Hall 3 every Monday and Wednesday, 3rd row from the back, 2 seats from the aisle. I know you spend exactly 45 minutes in the library afterwards, always the corner on the 2nd floor where the light falls just right across your face. I know you are an introvert who finds the world too loud, too demanding. I understand that. I see that. I see you, Amarachi, in ways no one else does. You are brilliant, beautiful, perfect in your precision and your patterns, and you are utterly alone in a crowded world, aren't you? You don't have to be anymore. I've been watching you for a long time, waiting, wanting to approach you, but knowing you'd retreat like a startled bird, so I'll introduce myself this way instead, in words you can read in your own time, in your own space where you feel safe. This is just the beginning. There's so much I want to tell you, so much I want you to know. Until tomorrow, your shadow. Amarachi read it twice, then a 3rd time. Her hands, she noticed with clinical detachments, were completely steady. Her breathing was controlled, but something cold had settled in her chest. Not quite fear, but its precursor. The recognition of a trait not yet fully formed. Every detail in the letter was accurate. Her routines, her habits, her seats, preferences. Someone had been watching her closely. For how long? A long time, the letter had said. She looked around the parking lot again, this time with different eyes. The elderly security guard at the gate scrolling on his phone, the couple arguing beside their car, a maintenance worker emptying trash bins. Was he here now, watching her read his words? Amarachi's criminology training kicked into a higher gear. Profile, organized offender, intelligence, patience, detail-oriented. The quality of the paper, the precision of the handwriting, the poetic language, educated, possibly wealthy or at least comfortable financially. The contents reviewed obsessive tendencies but with a romanticized self-perception. He saw himself as protective, not predatory. That made him more dangerous, not less. The smart thing would be to report this immediately. Go to campus security, maybe the police. But even as she thought it, she knew what would happen. They would take notes, tell her it was probably a harmless admirer, advise her to be careful. Without a direct threat, there was little they could do. And part of her, the part that had just spent 3 hours researching obsessive behavior, was curious. Academically curious. There was a textbook. This was a textbook case developing in real time. She folded the letter carefully and placed it back into the envelope. The ruse she left on the windshield. Let him see she wasn't intimidated. Let him see she wasn't some helpless victim. Amarachi unlocked her car, slid into the driver's seat and started the engine. As she pulled out of the parking lot, she checked her rearview mirror habitually and froze. Tucked under the windshield wiper on the inside where someone would have had to reach through the window or been inside her car was another envelope. Her doors had been locked. She was certain of it. She was always certain. This envelope was identical to the first. Same cream paper, same elegant script, but this one simply read, P.S. You look beautiful when you are thinking. I can always tell when your mind is walking through a problem. You get this little crease between your eyebrows. It's right there, right now, isn't it? I told you, I see everything. Amarachi's hand went to her forehead automatically, finding the tension there. She jerked it away, pulse finally starting to race. She looked in the rearview mirror again. The parking lot, the trees, the lengthening shadows. Somewhere in all that ordinary scenery, he was watching her, and he wanted her to know it. She pulled out onto the main road, her mind already racing through scenarios, analyzing, planning, but underneath the clinical assessment, underneath the academic curiosity, something else stirred, something that felt uncomfortably close to crease between fear and fascination. Her phone buzzed. Mom calling. Amarachi let it ring twice before answering, her voice perfectly steady. Hi, Mom. Can you wait a little bit? I am on my way home now. You know, traffic on Amadu Bello Way is light today. Normal. Everything is normal. Except for the 2 letters on her passenger seat and the white rose on her dashboard, and the knowledge that somewhere behind her, someone was following her home. Someone who knew her routines perfectly. Someone who'd been watching for a very long time. Someone who called himself her shadow.